Presented by PrintKcups.com. Taped live and in color from Studio 505 at the Tribeca Flashpoint Academy in beautiful downtown Chicago, Illinois. It's Steve Gadlin's Star Makers.
When you feel so full of talent and you've got that special pep.
When Hollywood and Broadway are calling you and you want to take that very first step. I'm Steve Gadlin's Star Makers.
You're gonna do fine.
I'm Steve Gadlin's Star Makers. It's your time to shine.
The audience is seated, the spotlight's shining bright.
Get out there, you shooting star and sparkle through the night. Yeah. I'm Steve Gadlin's Star Makers.
They're clapping so loud.
I'm Steve Gadlin's Star Makers. You're wowing the crowd. Steve Gadlin's Star Makers. Steve Gadlin's Star Makers. Steve Gadlin's Star Makers. Yeah!
And now your host, Steve Gadlin.
It seems nowadays everyone has a different kind of diet. Some people avoid milk and cheese, some people are allergic to nuts, and other people can't eat anything with gluten in it. That's a new diet called gluten-free. If you've got a diet where you can't enjoy talent, then you'll want to turn the channel right about now. This is Steve Gadlin's Star Makers, and we bring you tomorrow's stars of Hollywood and or Broadway. Hold the gluten. But before we meet tonight's talented performers, let's say hello to Rachel Way and Joel Crockless in our PrintKcups.com studio audience. Our first act tonight is a man called a penis. But not the type of penis you might be thinking of. Penis also means a person who plays an instrument called the piano. The piano is a really neat instrument covered with buttons, but we don't call them buttons, we call them keys. And when there's a professional penis at the keys, now that's a treat, that's music to our ears. Here's Wesley Curry with his original piano tune, Geometry. Wesley Curry, come join me here at the intersection of Hollywood and or Broadway. Thank you for being on Steve Gadlin's Star Makers.
Thank you. I brought a picture of my practice room.
Oh, I'd love to see it.
This is the piano in which I practice on, Steve. I diligently use this piano. That way it keeps me from getting into treble.
That's hilarious. Keeps him from getting into treble. Very funny, Wesley. That's a great piano. Tell me, how long have you been playing the piano?
Since I was in 2nd grade.
Fantastic. And these are original compositions.
That is an original composition.
Fantastic. Well, the song Geometry, the piece Geometry, beautifully played, and we're proud to have it on our show. Wesley, thanks so much for being on the show.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you very much.
Of course, sir. When you think custom coffee gifts, think PrintKcups.com. With custom flavors and designs, their personalized single-serve coffee cups are sure to please clients, friends, and all the coffee lovers in your life. PrintKcups.com for all your custom coffee gifting. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
What's the attraction at Tilted Kilt Pub and Eatery? It's more than our 30 draft and bottled beers, or our mouth-watering menu. It's the best-looking sports pub you've ever seen. Tilted Kilt Pub and Eatery, a cold beer never looks so good.
It's the Smarty Pants Balloon Kit.
You get the pump, you get the book, you get the balloons, you get everything to make everything. A dog, a cat, this hat, a monkey, a sword, a mouse, even this house. You get everything to make everything. Be more fun at work, be more fun at school, be more fun at parties. You get everything to make everything. Order now and receive double the balloons.
You learn by doing. The great thing that you guys do here at Flashpoint is exactly that.
I don't think you could be here for too long without the sort of infectious nature of everyone being hungry to learn.
Tribeca Flashpoint is set up in a way where the whole direction of the school is preparing the students for the real world.
Show people that you're willing to do anything for what you want to do. No fear, no greed, no envy.
Have you seen one of these before? I bet you have. It's called a pickle. To you and I, a pickle is just a real tasty treat for when we're done eating our whole sandwich. But to an expert at silly pickle licking, a pickle is an instrument for practicing a real fun talent. Here are the best silly pickle lickers I know, the Pickle Sisters, Shay and Lynn, doing what they do best, licking pickles. Shay and Lynn, what an absolute delight. Welcome to the intersection of Hollywood and/or Broadway. Thanks so much for being on Steve Gadlin's Star Makers.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, it was a real pleasure to have you guys on the show. So you'll have to tell me, how did you guys get into this hilarious and delightful art of licking pickles?
I took an 8-week intensive, and that's how I got started.
Wow. I was just a naturally born pickle licker, so I guess it just comes to me.
Well, it's a really cool talent to have, and I'm sure it's a real popular trick at a party. Thanks so much for sharing that with us here. And I love that it's so silly. You know, things that are silly always make me smile. What do you guys like about silly things?
Oh, usually just how silly they are.
Silly things are very silly, but sometimes they're too silly, and I have to be careful.
Yeah, that's right. There is definitely a line we can cross with things that are silly. Well, it was a delight to watch, and thanks for being on the show. I hope you guys can come on again. You know, laughing will always be one of science's great mysteries. No matter how many experiments scientists do or books that they read, there's just no solving this one. A laugh is almost like a magic way of breathing that just makes us feel great, and nobody knows why. Perhaps instead of scientists, though, we should ask comedians. They harness laughter using a special way of talking called jokes. And thank goodness they do, because sometimes we here need a really good laugh. Here's stand-up comedian Prateek Srivastava.
Thank you guys so much for having me. This is great. Great to be here. So my name is Prateek Srivastava. Very traditional Indian name given to me by my Indian parents, Nick and Sheila. I don't know what happened there. Like, it's this Indian name, but my parents are Nick and Sheila. And they're like two tiny brown people, but their names are Nick and Sheila. And like, I asked my dad, what does Prateek mean in English? And he told me that Prateek in English translates to symbol of a singular life. What does that mean? Do you guys know what that means? I don't know what it means, but I did a little research, and symbol of a singular life, it actually means symbol of just one life. So if you think about it, my name translates to YOLO. You only live once. That's me, Prateek. You know, YOLO, that thing that skydivers yell when they jump out of a plane. Now they should just yell Prateek, like, Prateek, living life on the edge. I don't live my life on the edge. All right? Like, I'm not an adrenaline junkie. Like, my heart starts racing for the dumbest of reasons. Like, my heart started racing when I'm giving out an expired coupon at Quiznos. You know, I'm really living life on the edge with that expired coupon. I don't live my life on the edge at all. Like, the most boring thing I do is I read People magazine for fun. You guys familiar with People magazine? It's tabloid, like, you know, garbage, but I like reading it. Read this one article in People magazine, and it changed my life. It was titled Top 10 Bad Boy Actors of All Time. And I don't care about numbers 10 through 2. I only care about number 1. The number 1 bad boy actor of all time. It was Sean Penn. I like Sean Penn. But bad boy actor of all time, like if you scoured time, he's the baddest boy, edgy actor of all time. No. The original bad boy actor was John Wilkes Booth. You guys know the Booth. He's a bad mamma jamma. And you know, a lot of these liberal celebrities, you know, like Sean Penn, he really hates Republicans. Yeah, do you know how much John Wilkes Booth hated Republicans? Especially one in particular. So when I'm not brushing up on history, you know, I'm performing a lot of comedy, and sometimes I'll do shows where they don't know how to say my name correctly. Prateek Srivastava, I know, easiest name to say ever, but sometimes people don't know how to say it correctly. I did this show one time. Host brings me up. My name is Prateek Srivastava. The host says, give it up for your comedian of the evening, Petite Sriracha. That's not my name. Petite Sriracha, tiny hot sauce. That sounds cooler than my actual name. That's actually top 2 of my favorite condiment-related alter egos. Number 2, Petite Sriracha. Number 1, Soy Sauce Montana. That's a great condiment name. You know, I like to give myself another, like, I just want like a stage nickname, you know, like how rappers, like Snoop Dogg has like a rapper name. I want like a rapper name. So I came up with this rapper name for me. It's Magic 8 Ball. Magic 8 Ball. because I'm dark. And when I go to the airports, I get shaken up and ask yes or no questions. We're getting political. Got to get political in these crazy times. So I'm not being racially profiled. I like to read old Cosmo articles. I read this Cosmo article. It was about how, men can do things to make themselves more attractive to women. And it said that women are attracted to men that are strong yet sensitive. Guess what? It's not just about being strong anymore. Guys, we got to mix it up with some sensitivity. And that is me, Prateek. I am strong yet sensitive. Every time I go to the gym, I just start openly crying every time. And that's a joke about how I'm weak, guys. All right, my name is Prateek Srivastava, guys. Thank you very much.
Prateek, that was hilarious. Come on over to the intersection of Hollywood and/or Broadway. Yes, and thanks for being on the show.
Thank you so much for having me, Steve. I love this jacket. Oh, so festive.
Thank you. I love your shirt. It's very stripy. You have to tell me, who are the comedians that really inspire you?
I'm a really big fan of Chris Rock, also Hannibal Buress, a local Chicago legend. I really love those two guys.
Yeah, they're both very funny guys, and but you were hilarious as well, and I think we're expecting big things from you. Is there a place people can go to learn more about you and your comedy?
Yes, Facebook.com/Prateek Comedy. That's Prateek, and then the word comedy. Also, you can get on my mailing list, prateekcomedy@gmail.com. And if you're on the Twitter sphere, The Daily Prateek.
Well, I think everybody should do all those things. Hey, thanks for being here, guys. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Well, one way I like to show that I like something is by wearing a t-shirt about it.
We all have that in common, I suppose. Looks like we're all fans of Steve Gadlin's Star Makers.
I sure am. I like it so much I bought this t-shirt on their website.
Which website again?
SGStarmakers.com.
Walter E. Smith, marker.
Action. Walter E. Smith designers are unbelievable. They'll come to your home, lay everything out. The results will be incredible.
At Smith, it's all about making your design vision a reality. The Smith designer will be your expert guide through this whole journey.
At Walter E. Smith, our designers help you find what you're looking for.
You'll find a look that fits at a price that fits.
If you're going to put money into furniture, you ought to get good quality furniture that's going to enhance your lifestyle.
Modern luxury, hand-picked, one-of-a-kind pieces. It's all here at Walter E. Smith. Come on down and see us today.
You learn by doing. The great thing that you guys do here at Flashpoint is exactly that.
I don't think you could be here for too long without the sort of infectious nature of everyone being hungry to learn.
Tribeca Flashpoint is set up in a way where the whole direction of the school is preparing the students for the real world.
Show people that you're willing to do anything for what you want to do. No fear, no greed, no envy.
Doctors often tell us that laughter is the best medicine. Now, I'm no doctor, but allow myself to beg you to differ. I think music is the best medicine. Why? Well, music can't heal a broken back or a toe cramp, but it sure can make you smile when you're feeling sad. And yes, it can even make you laugh, which makes it a double medicine, which is better. Here's singer-songwriter Candace Pierce with her amazing original song, Trainwreck.
Stealing pegs, no stealing bars, remind me of a place my heart. Walking on the railroad Sunday as the sun basks in my face. Kicking rocks and throwing sticks, making my way to Old Vic's. Bagging groceries every day isn't quite the plan I know exists. Started a game plan and packed my bags, grabbed my 9mm and filled the only place to go is up from here. So my friends took me out for one last beer. When the train comes rolling through this town, I'm rocking a new world upside down. Mama always told me to stay off the railroad. The way I see it, it's the only way to go. Don't call it a train wreck, baby. It's my one-way ticket to a better place. When it comes to me, Mom always said, follow your heart and use your head. Don't let others push you around. Hold your head up high, keep your feet on the ground. I roll alone from state to state. Where I land relies on fate. Take a good look and remember this. I'll turn around and show you what to kiss. When the train comes rolling through this town, I'm rocking a new world upside down. Mama always told me to stay off the railroad. The way I see it, it's the only way to go. Don't call it a train wreck, baby. It's my one-way ticket for a better place. Told me this would be a train wreck. Ooh, yeah, 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 yeah. Feel like packing up, shipping out, train or plane or road trip. Mama always told me, Mama always told me, upside down. Mama always told me to stay off the railroad. Mama always told me, upside down. Mama always told me, stay off the railroad. Rolling through this town, I'm rocking the new world upside down. Mama always told me, yeah, yeah. Mama always told me, Mama always told me, Mama always told me to stay off the railroad, yeah. Woo.
Candace Pierce, that was lovely. Thanks so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
Welcome to the intersection of Hollywood and/or Broadway.
Happy to be here.
Awesome. So tell me the song Trainwreck, in a sentence or two, what does it mean to you?
It's basically just about getting out of a small town, coming, like making a better life for myself rather than just like, staying there essentially. There's nothing wrong with that by any means, but it's just making a bigger life for myself. That's all.
Well, that's awesome. It sounded great. We loved hearing it, and thanks for being on the show.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, did you know we're on Twitter? To talk about our show, make sure you add Tic-Tac-Toe Star Makers to the end of your tweet. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more.
Well, one way I like to show that I like something is by wearing a t-shirt about it.
We all have that in common, I suppose. Looks like we're all fans of Steve Gadlin's Star Makers.
I sure am. I like it so much I bought this t-shirt on their website.
Which website again?
SGStarmakers.com.
StarMakers.com.
You learn by doing. The great thing that you guys do here at Flashpoint is exactly that.
I don't think you could be here for too long without the sort of infectious nature of everyone being hungry to learn.
Tribeca Flashpoint is set up in a way where the whole direction of the school is preparing the students for the real world.
Show people that you're willing to do anything for what you want to do. No fear, no greed, no envy.
Thanks so much for tuning in to Steve Gadlin's Star Makers. Tomorrow is almost upon us, and when it's here, we'll be saying hello to today's stars of Hollywood and/or Broadway. Then we'll say, oh, I knew them when they were yesterday's stars of Hollywood and/or Broadway of tomorrow. And showing off to our friends. That's how I know we're doing our job. Oh, the acts tonight were really great. Would you look at the time, though it's getting late. I hope to see you next time. See you next time. I hope to see you again. Well, the world is such a scary place, and I find peace when I see your face. I hope to see you next time. See you next time. I hope to see you again. We're born, then we die, and in between is a cacophony of chaos. What does it mean? I hope to see you next time. See you next time. I hope to see you again. Yes, I hope to see you again. Remember to dream big and do awesome things. This is Steve Gadlin saying, see you next time.